Hello everyone, welcome back. You've seen what the TOEFL is and how to be successful when you take your exam. Now, we will look at the do's and don'ts of the exam. Much of these points are common sense, so let's jump in. Let's start with the do's. Do give yourself enough time before the test date to prepare. The longer you have to adapt yourself to the test itself, the easier the tasks will be when you're asked questions. Do practice note-taking strategies to find what works best for you in getting the results you want to achieve. Do keep track of your errors. If you have a problem in one area of the exam, it would be a good idea to take notes on what you need to improve and how you improve. Do review even basic grammar and vocabulary. While grammar isn't taught in a TOEFL course, reviewing how coherent sentences are put together can help you in forming responses that will give you the results you're looking for. Do bring something to drink and something small to eat during the break. You only get a 10-minute break for the 3-hour exam, and without food and water, it can be demanding. A piece of fruit, some almonds perhaps, or even a small sandwich can go a long way to keeping yourself prepared for the challenges that await you. Do get plenty of rest on the night before the exam. Studies have shown that going to bed early and being well rested on the day of an exam can have a huge impact on a student's results. Do wake up with plenty of time before the exam. Give yourself a little over an hour after you wake up to adequately prepare yourself to get to the examination center. Every minute counts, and you'll want to make it to the test center with time to spare. Do show up about 30 minutes before your exam is scheduled to begin. This will give you time to set aside your personal belongings, find your examination room, and perhaps have a little snack before you begin. Do make sure to bring your identification and exam ticket with you to your examination center. ETS requires students to bring a piece of photo identification, a passport or a driver's license, for example, in order to enter the examination room. Failure to produce both items may result in you not being able to take the test. Very, very important. Do know the public transport schedules and information. How does one get to the examination center via public transport? How does one get to the examination center if they're driving? These questions are important, especially if you're taking the test in a city that you're not familiar with. Always situate yourself close to public transport so that you have various options at your disposal. Do wear comfortable clothing to the exam. We know that preparing responses for the TOEFL can be stressful enough, so we want you to be as comfortable as possible while you're taking the test. So, those are the do's. Now let's move on to the don'ts. Don't be afraid to speak to your teacher regarding content of the structure of the TOEFL. They're familiar with it, and regular contact with them will help you adapt to the test's requirements. Don't watch too much television. The content of the TOEFL exam is academic and formal. Many television shows make use of informal language, and you'll be required to express yourself in a formal setting. Don't overthink or worry a lot about the exam. Remember, this isn't a pass-fail examination. The TOEFL tests your English speaking abilities. So, think of the requirements needed to enter your university of choice and prepare with the needed score in mind. Don't bring personal items with you into the testing rooms. Phones, for example, or laptops and other personal items will not be permitted in the testing room. Other items you wish to bring with you to your test may be confiscated by exam officials. Don't try to do too much studying on the last night of the exam. Adding too much stress might hinder your ability to produce fluid and coherent responses when dealing with examiners. Try to calm yourself. Don't skip breakfast on the day of the exam. You'll be consecutively doing sections of the exam without a break, so it is important to keep yourself fueled throughout the course of the test. Don't cheat on the exam. If caught, you will not be permitted to resume your test, and you may also be prohibited from taking another test in the future. So, there it is. Very basic rules. Common sense. Follow these rules when you're taking your test, study hard, and you'll be fine.